G'day guys, it's Phantom, and today we're going to be talking about new Star Wars series, The Acolyte, on Disney Plus right now. All episodes are out, or 8 episodes. Yeah, let's talk about it. The Acolyte is about an investigation into a shocking crime spree pits a respected Jedi Master against a dangerous warrior from his past. Now, I will have to admit I was not excited for the series, but I was gonna watch it because it's Star Wars and I love Star Wars too much. I'm gonna watch everything that Star Wars puts out, so yes. I have seen a lot of people watching this show just to hate on it, hate watching. I am not that person. I wanted to see what good things were about the show and having to suffer through the bad stuff. There's a lot of things that you have heard already that isn't really new that I'm going to talk about in terms of the quality and the everything around the show. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts anyway. Again, I'm reviewing it, so my thoughts. Yeah, the show is basically about. I get the plot. It's basically about the Jedi Order believe that one of that somebody killed a higher up Jedi uh, who, from watching the show, I'm like, how is she even high up? Because I didn't even. And it's basically like a murder mystery in space in the Star Wars universe, where May, who is the bad person, and Osha, it's twins. If you didn't know, if you haven't even like heard of the show or anything, or don't even know anything about the show, um, it's basically about like these twins, good and bad. One of them is kind of framed for a Jedi murder, and this Jedi Master Soul basically tries to uncover the mystery and tries to figure out who did what and everything. Um, yeah, that's basically what the show is. Uh, I'll give you my good and bad first before I get into each episode. The good stuff is the fight scenes. Apart from the first one was handled terribly. Um, but the fight scene, the lightsaber fights, were electric, and they were very fast paced. They were very well choreographed as well. Some of the best Star Wars lightsaber fights in a while, honestly, which I was very happy about. Another positive is the main character. Well, isn't really like a main character, but the Jedi Soul. He was amazing. And there's a Sith dude that was a pretty cool character as well. Um, from this point, I'm going to give spoilers, so if you haven't watched it, um, honestly, I don't really recommend it, so keep watching. There is a dude that May is kind of friends with, and he turns out to be the bad Sith dude. Uh, he was a pretty cool character. At first, he like the actor portraying the character is pretty goofy. The actor is also kind of goofy. But it was honestly kind of miscast. But luckily, like at the last few episodes, he was kind of more serious and menacing. But he was just way too goofy for me, and didn't really fit the character until those final episodes. And honestly, that's about it for positives. The writing is extremely messy. The whole plot is messy. There is literally like no continuity at all in the show. We see things that take place, and then like a few scenes or like an episode later, it just like how did you get from there to the there, and yeah. So the plot and is all messy. The visuals as well are terrible. The quality, I'm not sure again because Disney Plus in Australia is dumb at the moment. Literally no good quality. Yeah, it just looks bad. It's probably the worst looking Star Wars project since The Phantom Menace. And the characters as well, apart from Sol and that Sith dude, were very uninteresting. The main two twins, May and Osha, uh, the acting was terrible. The acting overall was pretty terrible. The green chick, I don't remember her name because I don't even care. She was just rude to everybody for like no reason. She was an absolute tosser, and I don't even just be somewhat sympathetic because at the last episode she turns out to be like she's going to be taken over or whatever, the Jedi Order, and I'm like, who would want her to run it, because she is terrible to everybody. And the thing is with the show is that they paint every Jedi as like evil, which is like the whole point of this show, is making Jedi look bad, and Sith being like the heroes and everything, which I mean is not really a bad concept, but the way they executed it was horrendous. The episodes as well, let's talk about them. The first episode was pretty, like, it was mid, but it was like all right. We see what the mystery is. We meet all the characters, of course. They literally reveal that, oh look, there's twins, and then Osha like pretty much just joins them from the first episode. I was like, is this supposed to be like a cat and mouse kind of show? But no, she literally teams up with them like straight away. And episode 2 is the like kind of like a trap kind of thing, and the like one of the lesser Jedi dudes, but he's like a Jedi Master now. He's like floating up for like ages, and then he just took this poison. He was like, oh yes, finally I get to kill myself, pretty much. And the things with the show is that everything has to just be killing, like all the time. It's like, if you don't do this, I'ma kill you. If you don't come with me, I'ma kill you. It's like, bro, killing doesn't mean everything. It's like there's other stuff than killing, because literally everything. If you disagree with anything, you're gonna be killed. Episode 3 is terrible in every single way. Is one of the most disrespectful thing that Star Wars has ever put out. Basically, saying that Anakin is irrelevant and that his story is just doesn't mean anything anymore. Because if you don't know, Osha and May were made by the Force when like the prophecy in the later movies, Anakin was supposed to be the only one who was made by the Force, and rise up to be this big cool dude. But no, they made, of course, the Force witches and everything. This episode is terrible. And the like the home that they in goes up in flames, even though it's like a stone structure. Episode 4 is literally just like a walk in the forest. Nothing happens apart from arguing, motivational speeches, and more walking. And the ending was, I mean, there was a pretty like decent cliffhanger. That was like the only time I was like, oh, what's going to happen in the next episode? But the dumb thing is that they made the Wookiee Jedi, they just killed the Wookiee Jedi, which I was pretty excited to see, because Wookiee Jedi, that is pretty cool. I love Chewbacca. I want to see what the ancestors of Chewbacca would do if they were Jedi, but they just kill him off. It's like, oh my gosh. Episode 5 is the best episode. It is like, it's just non-stop action. And the ending, they just had to ruin it with the ending. It's terrible acting, writing, and everything. Episode 6 it was pretty bad as well. Not gonna lie, like nothing happens. Episode 7, terrible. It's literally episode 3, which is the worst episode. Just done in the perspective of the Jedi, which I mean, I knew what's gonna happen anyway. But this late in the episode and the entire episode is that bad. And then the last episode is so underwhelming, even though I knew that it was going to be bad anyway. It was still bad. The ending just I don't even know if they're going to be doing a season 2 or not. I thought that they weren't, but then some people say they are. There was a pretty cool reveal of Yoda at the end there, so I was like, Yoda, he's in the show. That's first. And then the Darth Plagueis shows up.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yeah, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis is that he was in this show. This show is pretty terrible in almost every way. The fight scenes are pretty cool. Saul and that Sith dude are pretty cool. I don't remember any of the names because I don't really care. I don't like this show. Anyway, what were your thoughts on this show? Did you like it or did you not? I know that some people like it for some reason, and I'm like, why? But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to be reviewing The Boys soon and Long Legs, so stay tuned for that. But yeah. Have a good one.